Hi, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start explaining how to put these interior walls in here. So the first wall that we're going to do, which is all the walls, the type will be this wall here, which is a uh, 1 hour wall. See, most of them are all 1 hours anyway. 1 hour wall, 4 and 7/8 stud wall. So it's like a 3.5 inch stud wall, and then we're just gonna see. I can approximate this here if you want, when you want, but I just draw these in here, and then you can just modify that. Now, what they want you to do is use the temporary dimensions here, and then change this to 22 feet. So inside face to inside face, and you sit there with these little things. You see how you click, then go. You have three settings. So that's how you get that, and then just change this to 22. Hit 22. You notice I'm not typing in the foot and inches. I'm just typing in 22. Hit the enter key. The default, is feet, not like inches in AutoCAD. So we right click here, and I just do create similar rather than going up to here and then doing the same thing again. These are all still going. Whoops, I goofed this up. I had to start this video over, so this should be going to the roof. So I got this wrong here. So instead of unconnected, now the roof level will be roof. So I just had to apply that. Now if I do this and right click and do the create similar, now it's up to the roof. So see, you can do things on the fly also when you mess up. So I'm just going to draw these in here, not too careful about it. I'll put this over on this side. So we have, and see, in AutoCAD a lot of times you have to be a lot more precise about how you lay stuff out. Here it's just lay it out and get it done, and then you just hit the modify to get out of it. Okay, so we have those walls in there, and now we have to do some dimensioning to get them to equal out. So they go into a change here about the way we're going to do this. So we're going to go from we change the center lines to wall faces. So what we want to do is we want to constrain these walls so that the offices are all equal. So what you do is come up here under modify. I guess you can use modify, and then go to dimensions here. Align. Remember I talked about that. Now you want to go to, this will be individual references, and you want to go to wall faces. So we want to pick the wall face here. Now you switch it back over to wall center lines. That's what they're talking about in the book. So you go and you just keep going now. The secret here is to keep going. If you stop and then do each individual one, it doesn't work. And then the last one will be back to wall faces, and then the last one will be here. And then you can just figure out where to put it, and then you put the equal sign here, and you see how it lined it up there, and then click out. So this wall is equal right on the center line of the grid line here, which you would expect. If you're going to go from this face to this face, then they're going to space those all out. So those walls are in there now. So the next step will be, let's see, we have to flex, we have to lock the 22 foot up here in the book. So we want to go from face to face. So they're going to go wall faces here to wall faces here, and you can either put the dimension on, it shows it putting it on the inside over here, so we'll just put it in over here then. Let's see what I did wrong here. Let's see. Oh, I got it. Oh, I already have it selected. Never mind. I'm screwing it up. So you have to click out there, and then you have to hit the lock sign, and then you hit the. I already had it picked, so I was moving it over this way. I kind of lost where I was for a second there. Okay, with that, we're going to flex it now. So now they say that what they want you to do is change the grid line. Pick on grid line 3, which is this one here, and then change the overall dimension to 40 feet. So if you type in 40, just 40, it should shrink down like that. Okay? Okay. Now they want you now to go back then, and you can just undo that. And then they want you to change it 40 to 110. So let's just redo that, and then we'll change this back to 110. Now you can't pick the dimension, because if you try to pick the dimension, you're not going to get anything. You see that? So what you have to do is pick the grid line, and then you get this. So this is 110. I did that on purpose so you could see. Now it's stretched out the walls, you see. Now you want to select grid line A, and then they want you then to move it to 30 from 68 to 38. So now you've got a smaller building that way. You see how that worked? Like 38 feet. As long as this wasn't less than 22, if this was 22, you might have a problem. So they're figuring that you wanted just a little box of a building with a hallway and a bunch of... So now they want you to change that back to 68, I think. It should be 110 by 68. So this now is 68. So that's the final building there. Make sure you save your project. So we'll save the project. And I want to make sure that I save it. It should be going back to my... I'm going to go save as just to check to make sure I know where it's going here. Sometimes you have to do that. Project. And then it's going in my small office in Office 250. So that's under my my F drive, small office. So I'm good to go. So just save it. There was no changes. So that video will end now, and then we're going to go on to the doors next.